Good afternoon. Welcome in. Give me a second here to share some links, get some people in here. We'll chit chat for a little bit, see what is going on. Hopefully, you're having a good day. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today, hopefully. Again, welcome in. Hello, how you doing? Just sharing some links here real quick. Dumbass, that's the wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. Wrong button. All right, the links are in Discord. Let's see if we can get some people in here. Good afternoon. All right, let me see here. Hey, Thomas. How you doing, buddy? So there's a lot of stuff going on today. One thing that I'm going to call out, I'd like to wait till some more people are in. Am I coming through okay? Can you hear me, sir? Do-do-do-do-do. Sounds good. All right, thank you, bud. Yeah. So I just kind of went off on Hollyweird. I took in so where Selena Gomez, the 20-something-year-old who has no life experience whatsoever except for being in Hollywood and being catered to and treated like a little whatever. Um, I'm really tired of these Hollywood people thinking that they're better than us and that they can tell us what the hell to do. So I went to X, I tagged her, and I put the hashtag Hollyweird, and I told them to shut the hell up and just sit the hell down because we're tired of it. We're not listening to them. I never listened to them anyway, but um, these people don't give a shit about us. They don't. They care about themselves. And yeah, we need to make sure that they know their place. They're actors. That's all they do. They're not important. We can live without them. That's what old Hollywood remembered. Old Hollywood remembered that they were blessed to be in a position where they could act, and that's how they made their money. And they were respectful with that and grateful for it. This new generation are just a bunch of screw ups. But yeah, I got caught up on all of um, the yeah, I can't think of it now. Devotionals, that's it. I got caught up on all the devotionals today. Um, had some conversations with some of yous on the phone and otherwise. Um, talking about some stuff with the foundation, with the channel. But yeah, things are moving along. Is there anything any of you want to talk about at the moment? This is going to be a short live stream, I think. Many of the old actors were vets and some were highly decorated. Yeah. Back in their day, it was dishonorable for them to not go and serve. Um, you know, Nowadays, all these pussies in Hollywood would run scared and say that they're too important to go. Fred, Fred, Fred. I don't know. I sent him a link. I'll tell him you're chanting his name. Here's what I said to him, Thomas. I said, Thomas said your name 3 times. I guess he thinks you will appear like Beetlejuice. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see. I think he said he started at like 11 o'clock last night. So, hey, it happens. I get it. Let me at everyone here on the Discord. I'll send the links to Dave and because he says sometimes he doesn't get my the notifications that we're live, even when I post them on Discord. Let's see. I went to bed. I think I finally fell asleep. It would have been 11 o'clock your time, and I was back up again at 2:30 your time, something like that. Hey, Andrea. Daniel. I didn't see Daniel. There's Daniel. Hi, Daniel. My chat's not coming up right. Ain't that some bullshit? So, my main topic of the day, since I guess this is it, we're all it's coming. So, my main topic of the day is I think Catholic Charities needs to be named a criminal organization. Now, let me explain. Let me see if I can do this right. Yeti. Ah, shit, I didn't send you a link. Hold on. I'll get you your link, bud. Sorry. Yeah, that was a user error on my part. I forgot to send you a link. My bad. I had so much other stuff going on. It just slipped my mind. Hi, Fang. Hi, Fang. You say hi to everybody, huh? 'Cause, 'huh? 'Cause, 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 That's not what I wanted to do. You dink. There you go. Hey Jay, how you doing, buddy? Dave. I know, Dave. You said before you sometimes don't get the notification, so I wanted to send it to you and make sure you got it. Jay's getting ready to spend time with his kids. That's always a good thing. We always encourage that. We want you to have a great relationship with your kids. All right, let me see if I can download this and upload it to my. Not now.
All right, let's see.
There you are. Oh, you're on.
Hold on. I gotta remember how I did this. Hold on. Camera. There's a way to switch my audio to my phone, but I'm trying to remember where it was, where I saw it. Or rather, to the speaker phone.
That's going to be through your Bluetooth, I think.
It may be. Let me see. Media output. Maybe if I do this.
Oh, they deleted it. Those dirty sons of bitches.
Okay. Let me try leaving and coming back.
All right, bud. I want to save it. Well, let me save it. But anyway, like I'm saying, Catholic Charities needs to be made into defined as a criminal organization. Because
Can't get it to do what I want.
oh shit. What kind of car are you driving?
A Honda Civic SI 2012.
Aha.
It's not noise cancellation.
Let's see if it'll let me share my screen to do this.
I don't remember. Oh, I did it. The heck? And I didn't bring my earbuds with me either. Left them at the house.
Uh-oh. Oh shit, now I fucked everything up.
Hey, if I turn
Doing what I'm good at.
There we go. I guess I just had to turn Bluetooth off.
Well, nope, you're not gonna. It's not letting me share the damn screen. Okay. Well, we'll just do it this way then.
I see it down there at the bottom.
No difference. Yeah, but it's not showing up on the screen for them.
Yeah. I did a kind of a test stream. Well, it was supposed to be me potentially making a huge mess with grease gun.
Yeah,
used the grease gun before, but I'd never loaded one, so I didn't know how that was going to go.
Ah, yeah, that's always fun when you try and put a new thing in and it wants to go everywhere.
It worked out pretty well. I had a similar experience to that jam nut on my sink where you basically turn the water on and you tighten it until there's no longer a leak. But it worked out pretty well. But yeah, I did a test stream, and I could see me on the Rumble Studio, but when you actually went to Rumble and pulled up the video, there was no image, or rather,
Okay.
there was no video.
When you start up at the very top, across the top.
Okay.
Here, let me do this first. I'll take in.
Fair enough.
Here, I'll do this one because I have Rumble Studio works on this phone, so I can show you.
I may fuck around with OBS at some point. I hear it's complicated, but there's supposed to be a lot of options.
Okay, so you see up here at the top, it's got the auto.
Oh,
the
is that
things.
what that is? Okay.
Yeah, you have to click on that. If it's on background, see, we disappear.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not only talking
I
about
forget
that.
what I was looking for.
Elmo asked if am I referring to the trafficking of illegals into the United States? Not only that, but now they are trying to harbor them and tell them how to get away from ICE. They actually put out an entire video on that.
Yeah. If you are from Texas, you need to understand Greg Abbott assisted in that. He was not giving them a taste of their own medicine. He was assisting in the importation of voters. Everywhere he bust illegals to was a sanctuary state. So, yeah, the mess is just so pervasive, it's ridiculous. Sorry, I've got absolutely no love for Abbott.
Wait till you hear this. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Barb Graham, and I'm an attorney at Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Milwaukee in the Refugee and Immigration Services Program. This is a video about knowing your rights if Immigration and Customs Enforcement approaches you. All people living in the United States, including people who are undocumented, have certain rights under the United States Constitution.
Okay, stop. No, they don't. If they are here illegally, the Constitution does not apply to them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, courts disagree, but I am of the same opinion.
Hi, Snow Lion. How you doing?
Immigration officers, what we sometimes call Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, come to your workplace. They must have a valid search warrant or the consent of your employer to enter non-public areas. If you are undocumented and immigration officers come to your workplace, be aware of the following. First, do not panic and do not run away. If you are frightened, feel like you need to leave, you can calmly walk toward the exit. If you are stopped, you may ask if you're free to leave. If the officer says no, do not try to exit the building. If you are questioned, you may tell them you want to remain silent. 2, you have the right to remain silent. You do not need to speak to the immigration authorities or answer any questions. If you are asked where you were born or how you entered the United States, you may simply refuse to answer or remain silent. If you choose to remain silent,
what she's not telling them is that remaining silent can still be used against you.
Yeah, this is true. That shouldn't be the case, but you're right.
So it comes down to what J.D. Vance said on the CBS interview last night, where the woman called him out and said about how Catholic Charities was saying about how this is a problem and we shouldn't be doing this. And he said, well, Catholic Charities has a monetized reason to be worried about this because they make money off of this.
Yeah, they do.
And that's what this is all about for them. Is it's tax money that they get from the country, from the United States to do all this shit. So they're afraid of losing funding.
We finally moving. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just so sick and tired of all this.
Okay, guys, I'm going. Somebody's got a light. I was trying to wait on you, but you're gonna sit there all day. I'm gonna go. Yeah, let me tell you. So, in that vein, let me tell you a quick story, right quick. So, in my younger years, I got stupid. I stole something from Walmart and I got arrested for it. You know, met my obligations to the court and all that. All in all, didn't turn out too bad. Funnily enough, the most shocking thing I saw during that whole process, there was almost quite literally a conveyor belt in the court where I went to for my my court date, and there was one lawyer, just client after client after client coming up, and all of them were Hispanic, and the lawyer was Hispanic, and this is the same thing got said over and over and over again until he had no more clients. And what he said was, my client would like to advise you that he is here illegally and would like to be deported rather than face criminal charges. That's a problem in and of itself. But what was more shocking than that was when the judge responded with, your client does understand he is forfeiting valuable constitutional rights. And had I not, been a bad boy and was there to be punished, I might have just screamed out, they're illegal. They don't have any constitutional rights. I don't give a fuck what courts have said. That document was not pinned with the rest of the world in mind.
No,
that document was actually pinned to keep the rest of the world away from us. Sorry, go ahead.
It was. You're talking about the 14th Amendment?
They didn't specify. Well, the bottom line, it was the court's opinion that all you need for constitutional rights are 2 feet on the ground.
That's not right.
I agree. It shouldn't be that way. Because if it protects everybody, what the hell do we get out of it?
Instead of trying to invade us as an army, just fucking send all your army in and let them claim that they have constitutional rights.
Yeah.
They'll bankrupt the system because there would be too many of them.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those guys that sits here, oh, well, they've got no constitutional rights, so we can do whatever we want with them. Obviously, there's limits to what man should do to man. But
I think we should, if we're going to do anything, we might as well have fun with it. Let's do a thing of aliens versus predators. If they can bag a predator, they can.
There's a lot of crossover there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. But hey, maybe the good aliens will take out the bad predator aliens.
I don't think there are good aliens, because illegal aliens anyway, specifically. Because growing up, I grew up in the city, so I was exposed to a lot of different cultures, a lot of different skin tones, all the fun stuff, right? All the stuff you want to learn about your neighbors when you're growing up. And every single Hispanic family I got to know through friends, every single one of them had family that wouldn't. Because they came here illegally, whereas my friend's family came here legally. And illegal immigrants do not pay taxes.
The people who come here illegally hate people who come here illegally.
Yeah, because they're Americans. They put the work in. They've got their, and arguments can be made about how broken the immigration system is, but that's because of Nancy Pelosi and her cadre of demons.
Her minion.
The whole time she was going after Trump, she was in charge of immigration policy.
They don't care about immigration policy.
No, they don't.
The whole illegal alien thing gives them something to campaign on.
Yeah. Well, you know
Just
what's
like
funny?
Abortion.
Go ahead.
I said just like abortion. Daniel said they get human rights, not constitutional. Unfortunately, according to the courts, they do get constitutional rights.
Yeah.
I think that's going to change. I think Trump's going to fight that with the DOJ this year. They're going to try and get that along with the, if you're born here, you get citizenship. They're trying to do away with that too for illegals.
Yeah.
And Jay says, I want Cowboys versus Aliens.
You know, that was a surprisingly good movie, actually. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was going to be, something along the lines of, I don't know, like the Scream movies or the Sharknado, the movies that were made with the knowledge that we're putting out a stupid fucking movie.
Yeah, one of those. You knew it was going to be
But it was
stupid, so
actually
you didn't
really
have high
good.
hopes for it.
Yeah. Cowboys and Aliens.
Have you ever watched Cowboys and Dinosaurs? I think that was the name of the one.
Oh, no.
That was
There's a lot of stuff I've watched that I've forgotten about.
Probably for the best. But yeah, that got me riled up today. I saw that and I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm right with you, bro. I am so sick and tired of the notion. Okay, let's put it this way. I know this example has been beat to death, but if you were to break into someone else's house, would you expect more rights than the homeowner?
No.
No.
You would think that
if you or I broke into someone's house, we're going to fucking jail. We may never come back with the state of our injustice system. But, someone breaks into your house, they don't magically gain more rights than you. I mean, sometimes they do.
Actually, they do.
You've got
if they slip
you've got
and
stupid
fall,
stories like the neighbor cut into somebody's garage while they were on holiday, got stuck, and then successfully sued them for false imprisonment.
Yeah, or I've seen where somebody breaks in, they just mop the floors, they fall and break a leg, and then they sue for bodily damage.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah. The slipping
how
balls.
does that work? How does that fucking work? They're there illegally.
Well, it's the same. See, it's the same. It comes from the same philosophy. Right now, our justice system, it just the criminal side, aside from civil, right? Every single American commits 2 felonies a day and 3 misdemeanors a day, even infants. If you have so many laws on the book in your penal codes that an infant can commit 2 felonies and 3 misdemeanors a day, you've got too many damn laws, and your government is not doing what they're supposed to.
No, our government. Well, we know our government's not doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah, but it's all our current system is built on it's better that 10 innocent men be punished than 10 guilty men go free, or than one guilty man go free.
And that's not how.
When it's supposed to be built on the principle of it's better that 10 guilty men go free than 1 innocent man be punished.
Yep. Benjamin Franklin penned that.
I was actually watching a Tucker Carlson interview from about 7 months ago. It had that guy Vincent
Give me 1
Ellison.
second. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. But yeah, he went off and he told about all the crimes that had been perpetrated on the U.S. people at large, and more specifically, the lies that have been fed to Black America. And he very clearly was not a fan of Martin Luther King. He had a lot of stuff to say
Farrakhan?
about him.
Are you talking about Farrakhan?
Huh?
Are you talking about Farrakhan?
No. It was this Vincent Ellison guy. I forget what his middle name was. Actually, let me do this. Vince Everett Ellison. About 7 months ago, he did an interview with Tucker Carlson, talking about how Martin Luther King was a communist and everyone he associated with was a communist. And that the civil rights movement was actually a veiled effort to steal power from Americans, specifically the poor. It had nothing to do with color of skin, according to what he says. And, little things I've learned in history class and then things I've learned since then. My gut instinct is to assume that he's absolutely correct. That, I'll put it this way, for a while, I have been convinced that Martin Luther King was not assassinated because of his, I'm sorry, he was not assassinated to silence him. He was assassinated with the intention of turning him into a martyr and magnifying his
reach,
his stance. The two key differences between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was that Martin Luther King Jr. was an inclusionist. He wanted the black man to be involved in what the white man was doing, whereas Malcolm X was a separatist. He wanted the black man to do what the white man had done. Go off into their own little area, put all their nickels together, and build something for the black man. And I personally think that if his ideas had succeeded over Martin Luther King Jr.'s ideas, I don't think the 60s would have been as bad as they turned out to be. And I don't think we'd have any racial tension in America at all.
still be some
Eventually, the way I theorize it probably would have worked is the black man would have gone off, done their own thing, it would have been, out of sight, out of mind, right? Eventually, they would have invented something that the white man hadn't, that the white man wants. And the white man, at that point, by that time, the populace are going to be so entrenched by that point that there will be no rooting them out. So the white man's not going to have any, to use their terms. Would have gone to the black man, had no other option to go to the black man and say, hey, we want that. How much do you want for it? And then, boom, you've got every single allied nation in history has begun with trade. Every treaty involves some kind of trade, whether it be physical or idyllic. Some kind of trade has gone on between every single ally we have, between America and them, and nations in general throughout history. So I think if they've just been allowed to go off and do their own thing and succeed on their own, I think we'd all be better off for it. Hell, we may have colonized Mars before Elon got to it. Who knows?
Well, that's why I hear all the time, well, why haven't we cured cancer yet? And my thing is, that I like to throw at these people who are so pro-abortion is that you probably killed the kid who was supposed to grow up to cure cancer.
Yeah.
They don't think about that. Maybe the person that's supposed to cure or and make something better, you're erasing them before they have a chance to do it.
What do you think? Do you think our cancer rates are linked to our food?
I think food, environment, there's so many things that they put out into building supplies over the years that they never truly tested that are causing cancers, I think.
Yeah.
Thomas says, I would love to see a federal law that if you are injured or unalived committing a crime, you and your family lose all rights to sue. Yeah. That's how it should be.
Yeah. There's very clear bleed over between. You grow up being told that civil law and criminal law are two completely different things. Yet inevitably, criminal law bleeds over into civil law.
I mean, look at OJ.
I
OJ
think
got found not guilty of murder, but then he got civilly sued.
Yeah. If it can be proven beyond reasonable doubt that someone was killed in commission of a severe enough crime, say murder, their families should not be allowed to sue. And if you think that's unobtainable, why can't we sue Pfizer? We literally cannot sue Pfizer.
We got to be careful on that one.
I
got two strikes already because of talking about that.
They're the most glaring example. Yeah. That's
now
fair.
I will say that I think Russia is saying they want Fauci extradited for crimes against humanity.
Who did?
Russia.
Fuck it, let him have him.
Right. And
he's a Democrat, right?
He's a piece of shit.
Fauci?
That's all I know. I don't care who he's voting for.
I think he's a Democrat. Why don't we send him over there and let Russia make an example? Let Russia show us what they really think about the Democratic Party.
And then I know that there is a Nordic country that's throwing charges at Bill Gates for his part in the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, the man is on camera saying that basically advocating for population control through pokes. I think he's the one that came up with the multi-booster idea. I could be wrong on that, but I seem to remember him saying something along those lines in one of those events he spoke at. Talking about booster after booster.
But then as soon as it would look like the pandemic was over, he was talking shit about how they weren't effective and stuff. It's all about making money for him. That's all it is. He's just a greedy piece of shit.
Yeah. We really need. I know YouTube and Rumble are great, but we really need another version of alternative media.
Well, we got your
where
parlors go out there somewhere.
Well, I'm thinking national TV wise, for one very specific reason.
I would have liked to have seen Elon buy MSNBC and put Alex Jones on it.
Yeah, or CBS or something. He probably could have done something with MSNBC or
I got a joke for you. Okay. Rob Schneider put an offer to buy CNN.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah, yeah. You said, given your ratings crashes and how you're laying off hundreds of people at the moment, he says, I'll offer you fair market value, which I see it to be about $783.
I love it. Oh, dude, so many people are talking mad shit about him. I don't care. He's funny.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate Tom Cruise's politics, but I will
well,
go
he's a good
see any
actor.
movie he is in
Yeah.
because he knows better. He knows better than to let that influence his performance. And he loves his fans. He doesn't care what political side you're on. He may say some stuff, outside of the industry, on record, personal views. But,
They're
you
allowed to have
know,
personal views as long as they're not trying to push other people into those views.
yeah, exactly. I mean, America is literally the leave me the fuck alone country. That is the sole reason we exist. We don't
Daniel
like
said $783. He's overpaying.
probably.
I'd pay that just so I could fire some of the dickheads that are on there.
If I'm ever out and about, well, this is assuming he's still kicking around, which is distinctly likely, whether it be face man or behind the scenes. But if I ever happen to cross paths with Bob Iger while he's still in control, I'm liable to walk right up to him and with a serious face offer him $1 for Star Wars.
They ran that into the ground.
Yeah. Well, see, I can save Star Wars. If I had 100% control, I could save Star Wars personally. I may not have the experience and the knowledge when it comes to, Hollywood level filmography, but I can find someone who does. All I need is control
CGI
over the IP. And this is literally, I could get day one. I shit you not. Day one. I'm going to do a Trump here. I could get back every single Star Wars fan that has left the franchise. And all it would take is a YouTube style video. All I need is some rolling bookshelves, a tall enough metal trash can, some lighter fluid, and a copy of every Disney Star Wars there is, to include Clone Wars. And yes, Clone Wars from the very beginning was a Disney product, because by that time, Filoni was legally attached to Disney. He was a Disney employee. He was their ambassador to George Lucas. But all I would do is I'd just do a video. I may dress up, Darth Revan, Darth Vader-esque or something like that, just to have some fun. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to have a table in front of me. I'm going to have maybe a box set or a copy of every Disney Star Wars property. I will reach down, grab that trash can, set it on the table in front of me, dump those in there, douse it in lighter fluid, light it on fire, and then I'm rolling those bookshelves out, and those bookshelves will have every single EU book there is, Del Rey specifically. This is my plan for Star Wars, and that's all it would take. There's plenty of people out there who have not read the greater majority of these Star Wars books. That if all you did was do as close to a 1-to-1 conversion to film, that's all it takes to get them back in. I'm Matt Vader.
Well, Elmo asked if we ever watched Batman versus Darth Vader. I've not seen that, so I'll have to check that out then.
Could be interesting.
Apparently, there's like a whole series of videos on here.
Oh yeah, see, kind of in that vein of World's Deadliest Warriors, or whatever that's called.
Darth Vader versus Voldemort.
Well, that makes me wonder, what would Vader use to try and entice Batman to his side? Because Batman doesn't have the Force. He can't, let your hate flow through. Oh, wait. Never mind.
Oh,
I find your lack of gadgets concerning, or whatever he said.
my.
Disturbing. That's
Now,
what he said.
do you know
your
my
lack of gadgets
favorite?
disturbing.
You know what my favorite like spoof cartoon is from a video game?
What's that?
Red versus Blue.
Oh, yeah. Back when
Halo.
Rooster Teeth was still Rooster Teeth. Oh, dude.
Yeah, before they went stupid.
Did you ever watch it on Netflix?
Yes.
Dude, I was blown away. Dude, I thought it was just something funny. But from episode 1, everything was connected. They created a literal story. And it got darker and darker and darker as it went on.
Tex ended up being a female. That was great.
It's where'd you learn to throw a grenade? It's not my fault. Somebody put a wall in my way. Tucker. Dude, that was one of my favorite things to watch when I was younger.
I had Katie watching it when she was little. We used to do that all the time. It was great.
One of them ends up falling in love with the killer AI.
That's what I was just showing Daniel. He posted it on Discord, so I'll have to check that out. Maybe I'll play it on the movie channel tonight.
Okay.
We'll do
Talk
Batman
about Red versus Blue.
Darth Vader. No, well, I'll see if I can find any of that. I need to talk to the board and get the VPN set up for the foundation, so I can actually start showing other shit that besides YouTube.
Okay.
Because I'm running out of stuff on YouTube to show. Last night, thankfully, I put some documentaries on, and I found some really good ones. Dave said so. Dave was like really into it.
What did you play?
The first one was about like a mega cargo ship and a cruise ship, and there was one about the luxury train in Japan. It was just a bunch of stuff like that.
Okay.
So
there's
normally
one.
I play like a bunch of movies and shit.
There's one, I can't remember what it's called. It used to be on Netflix. It may still be there. It's actually a very interesting documentary in general. But it basically pitted vitamins against the whole one ill, one pill, big pharma philosophy.
Yeah.
And I laughed. What my biggest takeaway is they had people promoting vitamin C to cure cancer. And they're talking about, how, they fought it, they didn't want it, they attacked the idea, all this, all that. And the common criticisms were, or rather the most common one, if you ingest that much vitamin C, or if you infuse that much vitamin C, the person in question is going to be dehydrated. I'm like, of course, my thought was, you're being treated in a hospital for cancer. I'm pretty sure they have saline drips on hand.
Yeah.
So that's a non-starter there.
Let me explain something. I don't know if you've ever had to go to the hospital for a decontamination.
I don't know.
They suck, let me tell you. First off, you have to get naked in front of a bunch of nurses that you don't know.
Oh, yeah, what?
And then you're in a shower, and you're in a shower, and they're scrubbing you with these big fucking plastic brushes. Right? Squirting shit all over you, spraying. Yeah, it's great, let me tell you. Then they give you a paper gown to put on. And then they put you in a room, come in, and the next thing they do is they do a saline flush on your eyes to get the shit, make sure they get all the shit out of your eyes. They're pushing over 1,000. They put like a contact lens in, and they're pushing like 1,000 cc's of saline every like 2 seconds.
Wow.
And it burns like hell. I think I would have rather just left it burn from the chemical shit.
Yeah.
Then they put you on an IV to, to make sure that they flush whatever's in your system out of it. Yeah, it was a good time, let me tell you.
Damn.
Twice I've had to
feel
go
good
through
afterwards?
That. No, I was like, fuck this, I'm taking tomorrow off.
Fair enough. But
I called them up. I said, "You're paying me for a day off tomorrow for this shit."
The one thing I found the funniest that they covered in that documentary was it's only, or at least as of that documentary, when that documentary was released, there'd only been 2 patients that had been treated for cancer with vast infusions of vitamin C. And that's their, there's not enough studies. And I'm like, well, these are the same people, the people that are arguing against this stuff. These are the same people that love their statistics.
Yeah.
And
Daniel says he saw
granted, while it was only tried with 2 individuals, they both ended up cancer free. So technically the treatment is 100% effective.
True. We're not giving medical advice, YouTube, so fuck off.
You're right. Yeah, no, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And this was
I just have
years
to say that
ago. This was when YouTube was still getting established, I think.
Now, I've watched some videos about that where they have people go in for the trials and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see people in that stressed out of a state that they're willing to look for any way to save themselves possible, that they'll go and poison themselves possibly to have a cure.
Well, with the state of everything, we're all guilty of it unless we've got enough money to be able to control where our food comes from. We're ingesting a lot of poison, but I think before we can even try and address that, we've got to address the poison. We've got to address the poison that is being put into the minds of our children before we can fix anything else, because it doesn't matter what we do. We don't have even I, and just barely pushing 40, if I were to dedicate every last day I had to reversing the social engineering that has been perpetrated on this nation, I would not have enough time. So, you've got to be recruiting the next generation to pick up where you left off.
Well, the nice thing that we're seeing statistically is that the younger generations coming out now are more conservative than our kids are, thankfully.
Yeah.
They're seeing all the shit that's going on, and they're like, "This is messed up, man."
Yeah. There's a lot the generation or two before me did to put us in this situation, there's no point in attacking them over it because that doesn't change what's been done. It would be better to exert effort to undoing what they did than waste breath attacking someone who, let's be honest, in the grand scheme of things, won't be around long enough to really matter much in the grand scheme of things. So
I mean,
we need to just.
We won't be back. We won't be around for that long in that context. Ryan, how you doing, buddy? Ryan says, "Hey, y'all."
Hey, y'all.
So, I saw one. North Carolina, right? And he said, "Now tell me how this works." He said, 4 days into the new administration, and they've got boots on the ground in Northwest North Carolina. They're getting people out of tents and into actual apartments, furnished apartments and stuff like that, and helping to fix the infrastructure.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't care what your political leanings are. That's leadership." Now they need to do the same thing for fucking Hawaii, though. Too, he needs to get his ass out there too to Maui, and get that get that figured out.
Have we seen him do anything for East Palestine yet? Because I know he did a lot when it happened.
I don't know that he's done anything since he's been back in office. I think he's trying to address some of the more major issues. Like, I mean, you had full villages wash away in North Carolina. They're going to be finding bodies for years.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Brian said, "Imagine that, Chris. First freaking week. Should have been done a lot longer, and it should have been done better by the Biden administration. The Biden administration showed exactly what Democrats think about us people."
It's not like they've hid it. I know you and I know this, but it's not like they were hiding it. There's something to be said about low information voters, but there's also something to be said about the efforts that have been exerted to turn people into low information voters. Because the little
Yeti's 40th, I believe. He said earlier, Andrew. Right? You said you're 40.
I'll be 38 this year.
Okay, so I got 10 years on you. I just turned 48.
I got 10 years on the guy that I bought my last computer from. He laughed. Was like, "Damn it, I'm getting old."
Right?
He sold me a good computer, though.
I deal with that shit all the time. Katie's always like, "You're old, Dad." I'm like, "Fuck you, kid."
Yeah. For long, I want to be over the hill.
No, they're always on me.
Still pinching pennies.
You're gonna live a ripe old life. I said I'll be lucky if I make it to 60. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I'm donating my body to science. Elmo says, "Answer this, Chris. During Biden, 320,000 kids missing, can't be found. 4 days of Trump, we found about 80,000. Why was it impossible?" It wasn't impossible for them. That's the problem. They don't care. They were facilitating that.
Okay, jackass. The speed limit is 75, not 55.
But yeah, I'm donating my body to science.
You've given me an idea.
Well, do you know how much hardware is in me?
Oh no, I guess not. Well, I mean, you showed us that one X-ray, didn't you?
Both knees done, both hips done. I've had my L4, L5 and my L5S1 fused. And I
So
have a spinal
basically, there isn't going
stimulator
to be
in.
much for them to study, right?
Well, they can study the effects of me having joints in me for that long.
This is true.
Yeah, so
You've
I
given
don't
me an
regret.
idea.
What's that?
Maybe I'll put in my will, two things, directives for my, my body afterwards. One, get a post-mortem tattoo across my chest, and then donate my body specifically to Bill Nye, the science guy. And then when he, rips open the clothes, it says, "Fuck you, Bill. Pluto's a planet."
No, I think Bill would try and F you as a cadaver, but
Fuck it. I'm done with it. I've used the body. I've expired. I'm done with it. He
Hi,
can fucking do
Tamara.
whatever he wants.
How
I
you
won't
doing,
need it
Tamara?
anymore.
Elmo says he's donating his body to science fiction.
Science fiction. There you go.
Thomas said, anyone see the new portrait of the First Lady? I have not seen that.
I have not.
But let me look it up. I'll go find it. Jay has to put some nude.
I need to sit down and read all of Trump's executive orders at some point.
You're going to be busy.
Yeah, but I feel like it's important enough to dedicate a significant amount of time to it. If for no other reason than to pick out what he's done, the ammo he's given us against, certain bad actors.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many incels in our country right now. I'm just waiting to see what happens.
For the longest time, I did not know what that meant. I'm like, everybody's saying it. And it was, shit. Well, what's their fucking name? They're the two Black Canadians on YouTube.
Oh, the one passed away.
Did he?
Diamond and Silk.
No.
Is that who it is?
Not
Here's
them.
the picture, isn't it? Is that the picture you're talking about, Thomas?
That's a portrait.
I mean, she was a supermodel before she married Trump.
Yeah.
She speaks 7 languages fluently. So she's not stupid.
No. Not at all. She is a highly, highly intelligent and accomplished woman in her own right. This is the VA. We would like to ask you for more evidence that we can then maliciously misinterpret so that we can save money by not paying you what you deserve.
Jay said she can have his babies. I think she might be a little past that point, but you can practice, I guess.
Fuck, I can't remember those guys' name. They said something a while back that I found very. I mean, they're classic, left leaning.
Here's the one Jay or Thomas was talking about.
Oh, that's cool.
Is she sitting on the desk in the Oval Office? No, she's standing in front of something. I can see the Washington Monument behind her.
I'll deal with that later.
We can keep trying a lot. Jay wants to get a hold of some of Fred's little pills. Hold on, I think the kid's at the door.
That was funny.
What, Fred's pills? Or Jake's?
No, the shave and haircut.
Oh, it's Mom. What is this for? Oh, that.
It's fresh hamburger gravy.
I'm doing my show.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Mom says hi, everyone.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey, now.
Got the Red Bull back there. And the rest will go over in the other bowl.
We're having tacos.
Huh?
We're having tacos. Tacos are bad. Oh, you know it's easy.
All right, the rest is going to go over to.
Take it over now, please.
Huh?
While it's still warm.
I can't. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, we'll
Gotta
be
go
here.
fight with the doors, and I gotta go fight with the door and get in the garage.
Why?
Because I got that up so I can. Oh,
I don't want to.
what the heck?
Oh. There's a bird. Take my trash with me.
Hiya. Hiya.
We got Amazon deliveries.
Come and eat. Come on, come eat, sweetheart. Look. Fresh hamburger gravy.
What are my putties doing?
Oh, good. Come on, go get it. Well, get down and get some. Silly boy.
Oh.
Let go of it. Let go of the part. Get over here. Good gosh. Stop it. It's Nana. There.
Oops. I just kicked the cat.
Alright.
Oh, crap. Too much crap spread across my room. Oh, there.
Yeah.
Let me move some stuff around. I could probably get on my computer and find something to talk about.
Hello.
Hey. Oops, that's the wrong screw.
Why did you sit in a chair?
I'm sitting over here with her.
All
Alright.
right, Leo's in the garage.
Oh.
That's creepy. Our cats aren't spoiled at all, are they?
I'm still trying to figure out how they end up that way.
Spoiled?
Yeah, surely can't be anything I've done.
They have to. They live with us, so they get. Mom just fried up a bunch of like 73% fat hamburger. So she mixed the grease from that into cat food and brought it out for them. She wanted them to have it while it was warm.
I bet they like that.
They love that.
I'm going to try something new today. Instead of putting my phone on this stand, I'm going to put my camera on it. What?
I'm catching up on the chat.
Oh, they're making fun of us?
Not the Washington. Thomas said that's not the Washington Monument. It's just ecstatic to see her.
That's funny.
Animal
Okay,
Farm
wait a
said Yahoo 80's block party. Yeah, some of these people aren't old enough to know what a block party is, Animal Farm. They don't
Right.
know what I'm talking about there. Block
I know what
party.
it is. I've never seen one, though.
Oh, we used to have them all the time, man.
Yeah.
you'd close down the entire fucking block, and people bring grills and shit out, and just make a bunch of food. You'd have boom boxes everywhere playing music, live bands sometimes. That was a good time. People didn't give a shit what you voted back then.
Right.
It was about what drugs you brought and how much fun we're having with them.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Oh yeah, I can tell you a story about that one. I used to, when I worked in shipping, my shipping supervisor was talking to us about how when he used to have a screen printing company.
Oh yeah.
And he sold it for, I think he said $100,000. And him and his friends went out and spent $100,000 on powder.
Damn.
And they went through $100,000 of powder in a weekend.
Jesus. Clearly,
like,
it didn't have any fentanyl in it.
No, that was pure shit back then.
Yeah.
Animal Farm said the block gets together on the street, potluck style. Yep. And our fashion was much better than the shit they have today. This fucking Balenciaga trash bag shit that you're seeing, that's not fashion.
Yeah. I don't know why this isn't working.
That's what Ryan said. Laugh out loud. Back when Coke wasn't mixed with fentanyl. Animal Farm said this is a Yeti Sasquatch block party.
Yeah.
I should go see if I can find my 80's sunglasses. I have a pair of those old plastic neon orange sunglasses from the 80's.
All right.
Somewhere around here.
That may work. Let me.
I found my my neon orange Converse from back in the day. I still have them somewhere.
I never wore Converse. I used to wear the DC shoes.
Oh, okay.
Whatever those were called.
Just DCs is what we've always called them.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's been a while since I've owned any. I should probably buy some more.
Katie likes Vans.
Okay.
Nah, he had a big group with him, Andrea. There was a lot of people.
No, Vans. That's what they were called. Vans. I used to buy the Vans.
Yeah, Katie likes them.
They were good shoes. They were comfortable. Whoa! Set my boots down, almost knocked over my wood clamps.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they're hardy. They're not cheap, so they would have been all right. All right, let's get this.
Okay, I got a request
Oh.
that I gotta try and do here on AI.
Uh-oh.
They've got something going on Common Censored about cows being thrown by trebuchets. You know what a trebuchet is?
Trebuchet?
Trebuchet, that's it.
Okay.
The early
Yeah. The bigger catapults.
Yeah.
The longer ones, yeah. No, dude. Catapults are fun and all, but watching a trebuchet be fired is cool as fuck. Because it just spins practically forever. Like, the projectile hits what it's aimed at before it stops spinning.
Yeah, well, it's because of the physics of it. It uses its own weight instead of having to either crank it back or you know, have a huge counterweight. The counterweight's part of the machine itself.
Okay.
Let's See how this turns out.
Oh.
Oh, son of a bitch, you won't make it.
What happened?
Fucking MSN.
MSNDC.
No, it's Microsoft. Their AI won't make my thing. Hold on, I'll go to the other one. I'll get it made. Don't worry. I have a lot of old 45s Animal Farm. Lots of them.
I wanted a Gina Carano shirt, but apparently Nine Line didn't want my business enough. So if I want one, I'm just gonna have to make it myself one day. Yes, chat. That is technically an outside light, and no, I am not the one that installed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My dad saw that and he goes, "Those are porch lights." I was like, "I know." I'm actually at some point. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if it works, then who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It actually has the cows shooting the trebuchet. No, I don't want that. I do kind of like this one, though. I do like this one. The methane bag's on fire.
Bro, one day, I don't know what I could do to play around with it. You know, like what I would use it for, but one day I would love to, build like a contained environment to do it in, just to play around with Greek fire.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be cool. You just have to make sure you take the appropriate precautions, because there's no putting that shit out. Not easily, anyway. Holy crap.
You'd need a lot of baking soda.
Of course, I greased that fan and then promptly ordered another one because it was still having issues.
Oh, come on. It's starting to piss me off now.
Take this bag off and I'll show y'all how much bigger this thing is.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh, I love that
Merely
movie.
a flesh wound.
The Holy Hand Grenade!
I have the component stereo, Tamara. CD player, record player, cassette deck, all that stuff was bought as components, separate. So I still have all that stuff.
That's kind of neat. Mistakes may have been made.
That doesn't sound good.
Look how much bigger this fan is.
Damn.
I know, right? So big, I couldn't really put them side by side. Well, the cord is yanking on it. There we go. I guess that'll work. These Vornado fans, I swear by them, dude. They're good. What's up, Mike?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy?
Nada. Not a damn thing.
All right, let's see. This product is powered by.
It's a little warmer today.
Huh?
It's a little warmer today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can finally see my sidewalk. That shit froze right on my sidewalk because it sits down in a little bit from the grass. And then I was sick for a while, so the snow just laid there, turned into about 3 inches of ice.
That's
I
not
finally
fun.
got through most of it today. It was safer to walk. It was safer to walk in the grass than it was to walk on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And I don't like putting salt down because of the cats.
Yeah, salt has its
They make a
drawbacks.
Yeah.
they make a version that you can buy of ice melt
Okay.
that's safe for cats. It won't hurt the animal paws. I'll send it to you.
Oh, I ain't worried about it. I usually get out and clean it off. And I was sick there on that first snow, and I did go out and shovel the walk even though I was sick. And then it was so windy that night, it just blew the snow right back over the sidewalk. You couldn't even see where the sidewalk was. It was just so smooth across it. And I wasn't going out and shoveling it again. And yeah, so I got better. It was frozen solid. But I'm good now.
This shit?
What's that?
It's not doing anything I want it to do tonight. I'll have to mess with it later.
It's like a Democrat.
Yeah, it's
What'd
being
you call me?
difficult. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Cats have a new toy.
Nice.
New box.
Yeah.
Yep.
They love
They
boxes.
love them boxes more than they like anything else.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm kind of like that too, though. My brother got me a couple presents now, and they came in really cool boxes. And I was like, damn, that's a cool box, you know? And he's like, you know, there's something inside. I'm like, yeah, but the box is pretty cool.
He's like, don't forget to open it.
Yeah. I know the one time in particular, it was a skull, just a little bit smaller than human size, but I think it was like pewter or something. It was pretty big and had like tribal designs all over it, like Celtic shit. Yeah, like they weren't just designs; they were molded on there. It was cool as fuck. I got it in a box full of skulls right now. I'd like to sell, but I ain't giving them away. I know the one is about a foot tall. It looks like skulls piled up. The skulls are all about the size of maybe a ping pong ball. But it's a bunch of skulls, and they're piled up into a pyramid, and the lid comes off, and you put an incense burner in it. And I drilled all kind of holes in all the eyes, so when the incense burner burns, smoke comes out of their eyes, out of their mouths, and it just like rolls down this pile of skulls. It's cool as fuck.
Looks like some voodoo shit, huh?
Yeah, it cost me like $150. I was in Indiana on a job building grain silos, and I didn't have any money. I was pretty broke. All we had was a $25 a day per diem. I had to go all them days. Like I went a week and a half without spending any money so I could buy that motherfucker, man. It was crazy, dude.
Ryan said,
I got a
laugh out
dragon
loud
one
at
of
the
those.
men in their boxes.
Yeah. Box
Oh,
is
wow.
good.
I
Box is good.
I put an incense in this, and the smoke comes out of the mouths.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Hard to find good incense, though.
I need to go find some of those incense. We used to burn them in the house when I was younger.
Yeah.
I got some really good smelling ones.
Yeah, some of them. Like I used to go to a local head shop, and they had a pretty good selection. I think one was Dragon's Blood. I forget. There was a couple of good ones, but sometimes they're just too perfumey, you know.
Yeah, you got to be careful about those because they definitely can be too perfumey.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the flowery ones.
No.
And some of them are just complete knockoffs. Like they're supposed to smell like one thing, and you fucking burn them, and they like smell like shit.
Yeah. It smells like shit.
These are not. They're supposed to be green apple. They smell
Okay.
nothing like green apple.
Yeah, it'd be hard to mimic green apples smell.
Ryan says he still has the original boxes 12 gauge came in.
Nice. Oh, you know what? Nope. No such luck. Well, damn. I was hoping I'd be able to put my sandpaper in here too.
Huh.
Guess it won't fit. These little dividers.
Mom text messaged me. She says, "Do you know where the taco seasoning is?" I'm like, "It's on top of the fridge." Always bugging me about taco seasoning.
It's at Walmart.
Yeah, tomorrow's taco day here.
We're talking about records in chat. Apparently, Tamara came across a bunch of old 45s and records pre Apple days for the Beatles.
Oh shit!
Oh,
The Beatles.
We used to have a whole bunch of because before the record player, it was a Victrola, is what you used to play music on.
Yeah.
And we still have I have a Victrola in the garage somewhere with a bunch of old Victrola records.
Oh shit!
You can tell the difference because Victrola records are like really, really thick.
Yeah. My
And
old
of course,
roommate
we've got a bunch of 8 tracks and all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah. My old roommate rebuilt those record players with the big horn.
Yep, that's Victrola.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He has like 4 or 5 of those, man. He rebuilt them. They work. He has some of them are for those little wax canisters that the music's on. Yeah, he has a couple that play them, a couple that play albums, and they're probably he could probably get some money for them because he finished them all, rebuilt them, refurbished them. They're like pretty cool, man.
Okay, so let me blow some people's minds because I know there's people in here who don't know this.
Okay, just blow on it gently.
Yeah.
How many of you would believe that I was in orchestra, jazz band, concert band, marching band?
I could believe it.
Yeah.
There is a difference between.
Not now. I couldn't see you in it.
Oh, my orchestra teacher hated my guts. She thought I was the Antichrist.
Oh, yeah.
I'd show up for fucking concerts with white shoes on. It's supposed to be black shoes, and she'd attack me with fucking electrical tape. She's like, "Give me your shoes."
Did you ever ask her? So what you're saying is, I'm the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If she could have found somebody else that was as good as I was to take my place, she would have did it in a heartbeat. She was stuck because I was the only one that was good enough to play the music that would actually come work with her because she was a bitch. I love her husband. Her husband was great. Her husband was my biology teacher. If we could get him off of subject for more than 10 minutes, that's all we did for class was talk about that subject. So yeah, we had a great time.
That's why I can't be a teacher. I'd probably fall victim to the same thing.
Yeah.
Ryan called me a band geek. And let me tell you, there is a difference between being a percussionist, which when you're in concert band and orchestra, you are a percussionist, and being a drummer, which is marching band, concert band, or marching band and jazz band, pep band, you're a drummer. There's a huge difference in the style that you're playing because, when you're in concert band and orchestra, you have to be all bright. You're wearing a fucking tux and you're sitting there playing all rigid. And, when we got in the stands, it was anything goes for like football games.
Yeah.
Funny story about that. I always kept, when I played snare, I used to go to a place up in Harrisburg called Dale's Drum Shop. And they would have marching sticks. You could buy like 10 pairs for $20. And so I would jump all over that because drumsticks are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
So I kept them in my marching locker most of the time because where else am I going to keep them? Well, people would get into them and then they're fucking have them all over the damn yard outside the band room. And one day I got pissed about it. And I picked one up, and I mean, I fucking flung it because nobody was supposed to be in the band room. Everybody was supposed to be over on the field. I had just gotten there late and saw my drumstick out in the middle of the yard. And I'm like, I whipped that damn thing. I got lucky that it missed because one of the band front instructors was in the band room at the time.
Oh no!
And it went flying by her, and she was like, "What the fuck, man?" I'm like, sorry.
Oops.
But then we're in the stands playing music one day, and I mean, I'm flailing this thing, and all of a sudden I'm like, I don't feel anything out of my right stick, and I look down, and here the stick had broke in half from the tip halfway down, and like half of the stick was missing at that point.
Wow.
Damn.
Now, here comes the funny part about this. I finished the song, and I'm looking around for this other half of the stick. You know, I'm like, where the hell did it go?
Yeah.
Here, Mom was sitting one row up, like 6 people over on the side of the band. When it broke, it went over and hit her in the back of the head.
Damn.
Oh.
Hi, Ruth. Welcome in.
Uh,
Elmo said, I used to sing for the deaf until they had family day.
yeah.
My little
my.
box I got for my multi-tool attachments.
Tamara was in orchestra. She played the viola. Very nice. Ryan was in chorus when he was in school. I didn't do chorus. I had too much other shit going on in school. Yeah, I was always in trouble anyway.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't go to school because I didn't go to school because I could pass all of my classes without going to school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, why be there? And then they're like, well, we're gonna give you detentions we're gonna give you 2 detentions per period for every day, every class you miss.
Sounds
I
about like
ended up
me.
one year. I ended up with I think 1,400 detentions my sophomore year in high school.
Oh shit.
I was. They're like, you have to have all these detentions served before you can graduate, right?
Oh fuck.
And I'm like, I guess you're going to be seeing me till I'm 20.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not. They're like, you're going to start staying after school later, and I was there till the principals left. You hated the viola. That's not good. Ruth said she played cello, piano, and vocal. Nice.
Okay.
If Fred was here, he'd say he played the skin flute.
I played nothing.
I played hooky.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Fred's
I
gonna kill
played
me.
a lot of that. Played a lot of it.
I was a good boy. I didn't play a whole lot of hooky. I found other ways to piss off the school administration.
Yeah.
Were you one of them kids that put gum under your desk all the time?
No, I was the guy that was not above telling a principal to go fuck themselves.
No, I've done that too.
Yeah.
I walked past one of our principals, vice principals. He was standing outside of the lunch line where you come out from getting your trays to go out in the cafeteria. And he had a fucking good humor ice cream hat on. I walked past him. I said, if we painted you purple, you'd look like fucking Grimace. And then I walked away.
Yeah.
Now, this is also the vice principal that one of the classes back in the 80's, this guy drove a Volkswagen Bug to
Nice.
school. Now, they say that when he got in and out of the Volkswagen Bug, it leaned. That's how
Yeah.
big this dude was.
Mm.
The shop class from Votech came over one day, tore his Volkswagen apart, took it up on the school roof, and put it back together.
Oh, shit.
Ryan said I played hooky too. Ruth says my grandfather was a well-known violinist in our area. They wouldn't let any of us play the violin in my junior high and high school.
Huh.
Well, that's not nice of them. If you wanted to
Oh.
play violin, they should have let you play violin.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Y'all hear
But,
that fan at all?
No,
I was playing with it.
no.
I think it's got a higher speed than my other one had on its final setting, but it's still just as quiet.
Animal Farm says my uncle was a famous Cuban singer. They have his bust in Calle 8 in Miami. Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody in my family's ever been really like famous for anything except for being assholes, but
Yeah, right.
I got that gene.
Yeah.
So
we used to joke and tell my dad that he needed to start a roofing business and call it Rain Man Roofing. Because anytime he ever climbed up on a roof to do roof work for pay, he could do our roof all day long. We were literally in the middle of a legitimate drought. He climbed up on my uncle's roof, my grandfather's brother, not his brother, to work on it, and he wasn't up there 30 minutes and it started raining.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, my.
Well, sounds like my dad's luck with a fire. We did a lot of camping when I was a kid. Whenever my dad would make a fire, the smoke would always blow right at him. He could move his chair 180, and that fucking wind would shift and blow right at him again.
Yeah, that's me. That happens to me all the
He
time.
used to hate that shit.
Yeah. My family gets serious entertainment out of that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You know what we used to do when we were marching band? If it started raining, if you're outside, and I promise you, every single fucking time you do this, if it starts like drizzling, if you yell, "It can't possibly rain any harder," it'll fucking downpour on you. I don't care where you're at, what you're doing. Great time.
Let me see about getting this set up on my computer. Now that I've unboxed everything and got it set up. At some point, I'm going to have to go out on the front porch and sand this chair down in preparation to stain it. I'll probably hit it up with some stainable wood filler beforehand. Which, by the way, is nowhere near as stainable as the name would suggest.
Yeah.
But I make it work.
Yeah, it still looks different, but not
actually
as,
here.
You can make it look a little bit better.
Before I get on the computer, let me do this. Flip camera. You see that little dot there?
That's wood filler.
Yeah.
A little bit darker.
Yeah. But it's more visible on camera than it is looking straight at it. Like if you're just walking by it and just pass a casual glance over it, you can't even tell there's a difference. You have to be like looking directly at it. So I need to redo the top and one side using the same method I used on the drawers. What actually helped me get it darker was to use a darker penetrating stain than the poly stain I used for the rest of the dresser.
Okay.
But it turned out pretty well.
Cool. All the time.
It was fun.
I
didn't
would
learn
think
this
that they
until
would want
after
your
I'd.
grandfather to get involved. Ruth,
What
that's
happened?
kind of shitty of them. Ruth said it might have been because I think my older sister did play the violin at first, but she didn't do it very long. I think they thought my grandfather would get too involved with it. Well, you would think they would want a good violinist involved with your orchestra.
Yeah.
Not
Why
when the
would they be
goal
worried
is.
about it getting smarter?
Not when their goal is the elimination of parents' rights.
Yeah.
I don't think that was around back in our day, but
Oh,
No.
it was. It just
Not my
wasn't
age.
as visible as it is today.
Yeah, it wasn't as blatant.
Yeah. The monies and there's one other big actor. And the lady that started Planned Parenthood, they operated primarily in the shadows at that point.
Yeah.
Even though, they still have these people
she's
on
burning
record.
in hell as we speak.
They just wanted dumb enough to live and join the service and fight for the country. The couple people that get smart, they can get around it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian said he used to hang out with his friends and their families, mostly Cubans.
Mm.
He says, "Damn, I miss those fried plantains. I've had them too."
I've never had a plantain.
Yeah, a little banana.
You never had a fried plantain? Yeah, they're good. You don't have
I've
an
always
Aldi's
kind
by
of
you?
wanted to try it.
If you have Aldi's by you, you can find. They always have plantains.
Oh yeah, yeah. We just got one over here.
I can go to Denton when I've got a little more money to play around with. They've got an Aldi's. I like Aldi's.
Yeah.
How far from Denton are you?
Huh?
How far from Denton are you?
About 45 minutes. Not far.
Do you know anybody from Denton named Vicky?
No. I didn't grow up out here. Moved out here later on, out this way.
I got a funny story for you, quick. Let me finish taking my meds, and then I'll inform you of this wonderful story.
Hey, I gotta hop off here. My landlord's coming up through. Gotta get out and talk to him a little bit. So,
all right, bud. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk. Hopefully, we'll see you in the morning.
Pay rent. Huh? Yeah, I gotta pay rent. Yeah. So, all right, y'all have a good night, man.
All right, brother. Take it
We'll
easy.
talk to you later, bud. Be
Later.
safe.
Yep, you too.
Forgot where I was going. Yeah. I put too many O's on that.
So, talking about Denton, I used to have a friend from an old chat room back in the Talk City days. That's way before your time.
Okay.
I was only 18 back then. But I used to go in this chat room with all these older people. It was called Auto Classics. And I'll tell you what, some of the fucking cars that were in that group are just amazing cars. And I'm still friends with all of them. Okay? Except for two. And you'll find out why here.
Okay.
So I'm on the phone with my friend Vicky that lives in Denton. And her daughter comes in and she gets on she's like, "Who are you talking to?" She says, "My friend Chris in Pennsylvania." So she gets on the phone. She starts talking to me. Next thing I know, she's telling me, she says, "I like you." I said, "Well, I'm glad. That's nice to know." She says, "I get what I want." She says, "And I want you." I said, "Well, I'm not yours. You just can't claim me. That's not how it works." She says, "I'll find a way to get
my virginity for marriage."
She said, "I'll find a way to get to you."
Oh, damn. That's some stalker talk.
Fuck.
Oh, wait, it gets better. It gets better. She starts talking to my brother.
Oh no.
She uses my brother as a reason to come up here. And the whole time I'm telling my brother, dude, I'm telling you, she's trying to use you to get to me. My brother's a narcissist. He's, no, blah, 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 blah. I'm better than you, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I said, you'll see. So one night he went out with his friends, and my real dad had come down, and I'm like, hey, you want to go bowling? She's like, sure. By the time we got done bowling and back to the house, and my brother got home, she's on the couch holding my legs, watching TV. My brother comes in and goes, what the hell is this shit? I said, well, tell him. She said, I'm breaking up with you for your brother. I said, now get the fuck off me, bitch. I said, I just wanted to show him that that's what you were here for.
Yeah.
And yeah, me and my brother ended up in a fist fight over that bitch. She stole gift cards from my daughter for Christmas presents.
That's insane.
And when I confronted her about it, I flat out told her, I said, listen, I said, the only reason, I said, I normally wouldn't hit a woman. I said, but you stole from my kid. I said, that fucking breaks the rules. I said, the only reason I didn't break your fucking legs yet is because you're pregnant. She was pregnant at the time all this is going on too. So my brother thinks he's going to be her knight in shining tinfoil.
Oh,
and to make it all better, I had fallen into my bed and actually tore everything in the back of my knee right before all this happened. So I'm on crutches. And my brother gets in my face and he's jawing. And I can handle jawing, right?
Right.
If you get in my face and you're just running your mouth, I'll just laugh at you. Right? I don't care. Now you put your hands on me like he did. You started poking me in the head. That's wrong. You don't do that. So my crutches were on the floor, and just on my one good leg and one arm, I had him by his neck, 3 feet off the ground, and I threw him into the pantry door so hard that the pantry door went backwards.
Goddamn.
Into the pantry. And I'm just holding him there, and I'm like, dude, she's not worth you getting your ass beat over. Stop.
Right.
He swung on me. I swung him around and threw him into our buffet. I have a 1930s waterfall buffet. It's 4.5 foot high by 4.5 or 5 foot long, and it's full of shit. So it weighs a lot. I threw him into that so hard that it moved 3 feet.
Goddamn.
And then I jumped on top of him, and I'm holding him there. That's all I'm doing is I'm holding him there. I don't want to hurt him.
Submission, yeah.
I just want him to stop. And I'm holding him, and he's screaming like a little bitch. My mom comes out and sees me on top of him, comes up and grabs a hold of my arms and pulls him down. Well, that frees up my brother, who then decides to sucker punch me right here above my eye.
Damn.
My brother is not a small dude. He's 6'2". And, I've watched him knock people out numerous times. And he thought he was going to do that to me, but no. But he hit me so hard, it busted my eyelid open here, and it broke my fucking sinus cavity.
Damn.
I didn't realize the sinus cavity was busted until I went to blow my nose, and my eye went poof. It flew up like a fucking balloon.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, all bets were off. Mom, I rolled her off me. She rolled into the kitchen, and I jumped on my brother, and I beat the fuck out of him.
Oh, bad.
To the point where Mom called the cops.
Jesus.
And the cops are like, if I take one, I'm taking them both. I'm like, let's fucking go. I'll get a slap on the wrist. I don't give a shit. And so that was just one one of my wonderful fights with my brother, and it was all because of a crazy bitch that came from Texas that wasn't wanted here.
Sound like she was a slut.
Yeah, she was.
Met a few of them. Told quite a few of them just what I thought of them too.
Oh yeah. She broke up my friendship with her mom. Her mom's boyfriend called me. His fat ass called up and said, "I should come up there and beat your ass." I said, "If you can come up here," I said, "I'd like to see you winded and fucking trying to catch me."
You gotta roll yourself off the couch first.
Yeah, he was pissed with me till we were done. I didn't care.
Fuck it. Yeah, I can get along with just about anybody. But no matter who it is, it requires at least a little decency.
Ryan said, "My bro had me in a headlock once. I planted my foot on the wall, forcing him to stumble forward head first into the opposite wall. A big freaking hole." That was the end of that fight. Mom came home from work, and we were sitting on the couch drinking a couple beers.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I had a friend that was, his family was just, way into wrestling, like WWE wrestling. And one of our friends from school put me in a full Nelson. Or like it wasn't a full Nelson, it was some kind of modified Nelson. And all I did is I took my hands, I put them on the back of my neck, and then just stood up. And he came with me. He was so short, his legs were dangling. They weren't even touching the ground.
I had a friend of mine who was a wrestler, right? High school wrestling, not WWE style.
Right.
That's
real wrestling, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was a little shit though. He was like maybe 5'3", like 100 pounds at most. And I'm 6'4", 160 pounds. And we're carrying on. He says, "I could take you." I said, "You think so?" He said, "Yeah." So we start wrestling on the fucking living room floor. And he goes to shoot in on me. And when he does, I reach over top of him and I grab him by the back of his legs at his hamstrings.
Mm.
And I fucking pick him up off the ground. And I'm just holding him there. And he's like, "Son of a bitch, let me go."
Put me down.
Jay said, "I'm back. Kids came home hungry. I sent them money for dinner, but my son kept it for gas money. I'm kind of proud of his hustle."
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck food. I'll make my own food. I'll take and keep this so I can go play around in the car.
Go hunt a rabbit or something." Okay.
But God, the stupid shit we used to do as kids. We were talking about a cheerleader was up there one time talking about how good her balance was. And I'm like, I bet you couldn't do this. And I had my brother jump up on my shoulders, and we're standing there, and he's being a dick, and he's like, leaning from side to side and back and front, trying to make me lose my balance. And I'm just standing there. And she's looking at me, and she's like, "You're fucking crazy." I'm like, "Duh."
I worked at McDonald's once, and this kid thought he was hot shit. He was a brown belt and something. And he took a horse stance. He was like, see, somebody try to knock me down. Bet you can't. I put my knee on his pelvic triangle, and he hit the floor. All I did is I put my knee on the side of his hip, and I just slowly leaned over towards the knee, and he fell on his ass. He wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, and you're supposed to be a fucking brown belt. It's like the longest I stuck with it was gold belt. Family finances and all.
I didn't do any of that stuff except for
Yeah.
at the house. We did all kinds of crazy shit at the house. Me and my
Yeah.
uncles. My uncles are only 4 or 5 years older than I am. So, and I used to go up and stay with them at my grandparents' house all the time. So we used to, every time my grandparents would leave, we'd start wrestling.
Right.
And we're wrestling one day, and I get up on the back of the fucking couch, and this is the old wooden style couches that had the high backs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I do this freaking splash headbutt on my uncle.
Oh damn.
Forehead to forehead. And I get up and I'm running around, you know. He's laying on the ground, rolling around, holding his fucking head, screaming at me. Next thing I know, he grabs a fucking baseball bat and starts chasing me around the damn house. I'm like, holy hell, dude.
Peanut butter jelly time.
He was gonna beat me like I owed him fucking money.
Damn.
Jay said I used to get the shit kicked out of me when I was a kid by my older sister. Okay. So I go over to my cousin's house. And I get down the hill before my parents, and I walk in, and I hear this, ah! I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And they have a split rancher. So I'm trying to figure out if they're downstairs or they're upstairs. And I finally figure out they're upstairs. So I go up. I get to the top of the stairs where I can barely see into the living room. And there, my cousin, my oldest cousin, who's a girl, Jessie.
Yeah.
Has my middle cousin at this house. There's three cousins, Jesse, Justin, and Missy. So Jesse has Justin one hand under his jaw and chin, her knees in his back, and then she has his ankles in the other hand, pulling back on him like he's a fucking compound bow.
Put him in a damn spine lock.
All right, Daniel, be safe, bud. Thanks for the post. We'll definitely check him out tonight.
All right, I'm gonna switch over to computer right quick, so I'll be right back.
All right, bud. But yeah, so she's pulling on him and he's screaming his head off, and the youngest one's just over on the side, sitting in there, just laughing like crazy, like a little fucking lunatic. And I'm just like, fuck this. Nope, I'm not getting involved in it. I just turned around and walked back out the front door. Nope. I get into enough trouble on my own. I don't need that shit. You know what I mean, Vern? I got an email. What did I get an email about? $15 off in 2 orders from Uber Eats. No, I'm good. Thanks.
Oh, oops.
Turn on the camera.
Well, I forgot to hook up the damn mic. Hold on. Let me see if I know it won't switch the camera after I'm well, it will.
Have a good night, Animal Farm. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. I'll have something on Discord later tonight for you to watch. I don't know what yet, but we'll see.
Okay. Got the microphone on.
Yep, sounds good. I can hear you good now.
I turn this on, then unplug it, then replug it back in.
All right, hold on a second. We're gonna mess with Mom.
All right. Oh, all right. Here we go.
Jimmy's Crab Shack. You bring her in. We'll get the crabs out of her. What, Mom?
You're not even funny.
I'm very funny. You should hear Yeti laughing.
He's a regular old Commodian.
Yeti. What's up?
It's supper time. How about coming in?
Okie dokie. Say goodbye to everyone. They can hear you.
Bye, everybody. Have a good evening. Have a blessed one.
Yeah, have a good one.
They said have a good one. All right, love you. I'll be in.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. All right. Well, you heard the boss. she made supper, so I gotta go join them for dinner.
Fair enough.
But it's that time anyway. It's after 6, so I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. I had a good time. I hope you all had a good time.
Hell yeah.
Too.
It's always fun hanging out.
Yeah, that's what we do. We just hang out, have a good time, and make each other laugh. Hopefully, that's the plan of it. After I piss you off with some of the news of the day,
Can't have fun. What's the point?
So, but all right, y'all be safe. Hop over on Discord if you want. I'm gonna play those videos that Daniel sent in the movie channel later. The devotionals are out on YouTube, and they're on Discord through YouTube. I will have them up on TikTok and Instagram here in a little bit. I just didn't get that far with today's. And then, tomorrow's I will hopefully have out in the morning. But y'all be safe, and thanks for hanging out. We will see you tomorrow morning.
Hopefully next time I'll have a better way to set up my camera. See y'all later.
Later, Yeti. Thanks for hanging out, bud.